Hello YouTube and welcome to Chef Lethal Plays Path of Exile slow walkthrough series. I'm Chef Lethal. Let's get started. Can you tell I scripted that? Probably not. It seems improvised every time, doesn't it? Alright, so when we last left off, we died. We also killed innocents. So we are in the throes of Act 5, boys. So we need to go back to the Chamber of Innocence and do a bunch of stuff. So let's do it. We don't have any gear to look at. We don't have any upgrades to make. So we're going to head right over down to the Chamber of Innocence. So far, so good. Everything is going great. Excited to be here. I want to let you know that if it gets to a point where I'm a month ahead in my recordings, I will probably start scheduling out 2 a day. So if you start seeing two episodes come out in a single day, you'll know that I'm way ahead.
You've destroyed him, and yet I hear the voice of innocence.
So Bannon telling me that stuff has gone down. So we're gonna head to the Torch Courts. Eventually. Oh my goodness. You know skill gems gain experience as you do while they are equipped. Oh, we got an essence mob. We'll take that for sure. Remnant of corruption. Ooh. Alright, so this guy just dropped that magma ball that's coming out and landing on our head. You want to avoid that. You have to stand still long enough for it to kind of track you and stop. But then once it stops moving, when you're standing still, leap away or run away or something and let it drop and explode, because otherwise it will hurt quite a bit. This is a remnant of corruption, so when we go to an essence crystal monster, we can corrupt it just like we can corrupt regular items. We haven't gotten doing that ourselves, but it will modify them unpredictably. It can be very, very good in the later stages, not so much in the beginning stages, so we're going to hold on to that and just kind of keep it. We'll let it take up space. Right, so we're just going to fight our way through here and get into the meat of Act 5. Act 5 shouldn't take us too terribly long, depending on how efficient that we're going to be. I think it's widely regarded as the quickest if you know what you're doing. But we're going to pretend like we don't know what we're doing. In many cases I don't, so just gonna keep doing our thing here. Feeling lots of cool whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this? Got a bow. It takes up a lot of space, but we get a chromatic orb for it, so... Oh, we haven't seen a shrine in a while. Take that. Your world turns to ice. So this is the freezing shrine. Ice nova happens around you. Kind of counterproductive to our fire damage, but it doesn't really count like that in the game. Nice. We are just mowing through these guys. It's yard day, everybody. Strong box, so we're gonna set some traps, get out of there. And nothing too exciting. We're refusing, very exciting. Eve Scar, no. Don't need those green gem slots right now. Maybe ever. Alright, moving on to the ruined square. So just like every area, you know, that last one, find your way out to the exit like I did. While we're here, let's see, where did we need to go? If I'm not mistaken, yep, that's right, we head up to Devotion, we get lots of life, that's excellent. Okay, so now we have to find the ossuary. So this is a big area, has lots of exit points. So we have to be wary of that. So the big part is to find the ossuary, because there's a waypoint there. The waypoint is always by the ossuary entrance, so that's kind of important to find. Lots of dead ends and sort of tricky roads here, so just be wary. Keep your wits about you. Look at your map. Follow your map. Follow your heart. The waypoints. Here's the ossuary. You can also travel to the reliquary to find Kitava's torments, which is down to this way. So let's try to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to try to use my method of looking at the quest map here and see that it's like down in the bottom right. So I'm going to try to head in a that way direction. See if my theory is at least relatively correct. Wait, hold on. Is that a 5-link item? 5 socket 4 link. That's pretty good. We don't need it. It's all green. But that's pretty swell if you needed that. Like I said earlier in a previous episode, we're going to start to see a lot of things that are getting up in rarity and usability, wantability. Okay, what's this? Kill you, Tula. Where is Utula? There's Utula. Oh. That was not too bad. I didn't even know that was so that was a situation where there was a quest that we didn't even know about. But we did it. And so we're gonna be able to go back and get the rewards for it. Pick up these wands, because they could potentially be good. I see a hideout here. Stately hideout. Now this is actually my favorite hideout. This is the one I personally use for my main account. I absolutely think it is the coolest. I found a really cool template I downloaded. And later on, at another time, I will show how I did that. You kind of have to have everything unlocked for it to really make sense and get the full experience. So we want to finish a good portion of the acts, if not all of the acts, before we start looking at that too. Lots gonna happen once we finish the campaign. But we unlock the stately hideout. That's very exciting. I'm actually very, very pleased about that. I'm gonna hit my Quicksilver here and just keep on heading down and to the right here. See if my theory is correct. It is. There's the reliquary. I can find Kitava's torments while we're in here. Good, nice little cheeky waypoint in case we need it. We have plenty of inventory space, so I'm not too chuffed, as the English would say. Okay, this right here is called a delirium mirror. I don't know if I'm quite ready to explain this game mechanic yet. Kinda want to avoid that. Not, yeah. So I don't know if that's a thing. You may have encountered it before me. I don't know. I want to skip this, so I'm gonna kind of skirt around it. Don't walk through it if you don't want to do it, okay? I will explain that at another time. Grab this. Right, there are 3 pieces that we have to get here. And they will, of course, all be demarked. They will be notated by yellow exclamation points. Just have to find the yellow exclamation points. Alright, this guy right here has a proximity shield. You cannot do damage to him unless you're in... unless the damage is coming from within the ring. Alright, so if you're like a bow build or you shoot projectiles, you cannot penetrate the shield. But luckily all of our damage comes from up close stuff anyway, our traps and our aura itself. So we got up close and personal and was able to knock them out with no problems. Got another one. Yokohama's Tooth. A crafting recipe. Why it's important to do all of these little side quests, at least the first time. I say the first time, you know, like if we were to start another character in Standard League, we wouldn't see that crafting recipe there. We would already have access to it. And there's our third one. So now we need to head back to Lanny and turn them in for a reward. So I can either head back or use a town portal. I'm just going to use a town portal. That's kind of a long walk. Lanny, get a passive point. Definitely make sure you do that then. Talk to Bannon. And oh boy, none of these are good for us. Not a single one. So it does not matter. I'll take the club. Those are all garbage, by the way. Perhaps even hot garbage. Remains to be seen. Right. And these ones aren't anything special. We'll put the Remnant of Corruption right there. We'll sell all this stuff over to Lanny.
Yes.
Good.
Remember, we do this for freedom.
And we get 2 passive points, so let me check Path of Building here, and I just hit Devotion, which means now I get to go to this Life node and this Strength node, and we are good to go. Sweet. Looking good. We're in good shape. Let's continue on. Find the entrance to the ossuary. We already did that, so now we can go back to the ruined square, right? Please tell me I hit the waypoint there at the ossuary. Okay, good. That would have been really bad. Find the sign of purity. Alright, well, I don't know about all that, but I'm gonna head to this crafting recipe. I can't. Oh, that's right. Okay, I think it seems as though there is a puzzle here that we have to go do. I don't think any of this is anything good. Not. Okay, so I ran through the mirror and I didn't mean to, so I ended the encounter because I didn't feel we're not ready to explain that yet. So if you do that by accident, right here where my cursor is, there was a little like double play button, like fast forward. For you VCR owners back in the day. You click that, that will end the encounter. I'm not ready to explain it right now, so I didn't want to run it right now. But again, that's the delirium game mechanic that, you know, can be very good. It can be very profitable later on. But right now, I want to focus on the campaign, and then we can talk about extra stuff. And actually get into it and talk about it, and I can make episodes about it so they're easier to find. Because right now I don't spend a whole lot of time SEO on my videos. They all have the same tags, they all have, you know, the same format for the titles and for the description. But when I start getting into in-depth game mechanics, I want to make sure that I can at least have it in my title that we're talking about Blight or Delirium or some other thing. Of course, we haven't encountered Blight yet. You don't even know what that is, essentially. If you're the target audience, you don't know what Blight. There's the exclamation point. Anything good? Nope. Security? So yeah, they wanted to do a whole around the whole area before you get the crafting recipe. Physical damage rank 2, no big deal. Alright, access the cathedral rooftop from the ruined square. Use the sign of purity to defeat Kitava. Enter the cathedral rooftop. Which is up there, so I wonder why my RF isn't on. Alright, so clearly I can't go that way, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go down and up. Ooh, not over here. How'd I end up over here? I'm not paying attention, that's how. Quicksilver and leap slams. That's a dead end. Yes. Right over here. Nope. Alright, hit Quicksilver and running. Let's kill this guy. He seems important. Ooh. Cool. Vitality, elemental, trap and mind damage. It. Like the rooftop. Cool. Nice. Man, are we almost about to fight Kitava? Seems like it. This is a pretty fun area. If you're under leveled, this is a good place to just kind of hang out and get levels, because it's relatively linear. Oh, monsters reflect 10% elemental damage. This is one we're gonna have to look out for. If we start to get into big trouble here, I'm gonna run away. But reflecting damage is usually a big red flag. Fork support. I tell you, my fork does not need any support. Thank you very much. That was one of those monsters that gave a lot of XP, it looked like. Alright, so far so good. There's the end. Should be over here. Yep, I see the book. No. Okay. Ability. Purity of elements. Burning damage. Stone golem. Increased area of effect. Gets bigger and bigger. Just like my experience level. What? Arrogance. So there should be another waypoint before we get to Kitava. Else this is going to be a really long episode. Ooh. Watching everything fall before our might. Getting Quicksilver every once in a while. Looking for the way around. You know the deal by now. Okay. There it is. Man, I thought for sure there was a waypoint over here. So, do we want to make it a really long one, or do we want to leave it on a cliffhanger? What do we want to do? Leave it on a cliffhanger? Use a sign of purity to defeat Kitava. Let's just leave it. Let's do it. Let's make it a long one. I do want to put in drop a town portal scroll. Alright. Click on the Cradle of Kitava. It will put the sign of purity in there. And then there's Kitava. Alright, so this move, watch out for the hand. It will hurt a lot. Gonna punch, that hurt a lot. So look out for that, and then the ensuing slam. If this is coming at you, you can jump over it. Let's see what else is he gonna do. He's gonna do this again. Gonna throw a couple traps, hit him with flammability and wave of conviction. Stone Golem doing some work here. Every once in a while, that's gonna happen, where the sign of purity is going to blast him. Now he's gonna come back in a different form, much scarier. Gonna do that. So watch out for that right there. Ouch. Luckily we're able to tank some of this. A lot of this. I'm not really paying attention. But he's gonna do that. We're gonna go like this. Hit him with those. Get away from that. You don't want to be in the center of that. He just threw a bunch of crates. Oh, we're in trouble. Alright. So now we have to attack the heart. And minions are going to spawn, so just kind of deal with them. After a while, he's going to come back up, grab his heart, put it back in himself, and he's going to get back on the attack. Stay out of this darkness there, get out of the way of those explosions, and just try to keep moving. I think that's the important thing here, is just try to keep moving. You see him winding up on the punch, get the heck out of there. Get out of those. There we go. His heart's gonna plop out again. I don't know how or why that makes sense, but here we are. I'm just throwing down some traps and then just letting my aura do the work as well. That was pretty fast, so he's gonna shove his heart back in there and get out of there. Throw some more traps down. Okay, keep moving away from that big... Ooh, ouchie. That ground slam is getting me. But we've got some good defenses, so we're able to hit that and not get too beat up by it. Ooh, now he's mad. In his final form, he's gonna blast that thing. I don't know why you didn't do that.
The flame of hope may flicker, but it cannot be extinguished.
I don't know why you didn't do that at first. Right. What's in?
There is no shame in falling to a god. Shame lies only in refusing to rise again. You show.
So technically, we lost, but we won. Now you can see, luckily, notice I've harped on your resistances since the beginning of the dang game. And now we just killed Kitava. We lost 30% resistances, and we're still maxed out on our 3 mains. Chaos is not terribly necessary right now. It will be later. If we can get that at least up to 0, that will be useful. But right now, it is okay.
I cannot do this yet.
Grab this waypoint. Let's take the ship back to Rayclast. So remember what I said, I think it was last episode. We start out on Oriath as like our character before the game even begins. When we get exiled to Rayclast, we're about to head back to Rayclast. So let me talk to all these people. They're gonna tell me all these things that I don't really care about right now. And let's take a look at, we don't use quivers, but I will look at that. And Axiom Perpetuum. This is not particularly good either. So both pieces of garbage. Thanks for that game, really appreciate it. Okay, this is a fragment that we'll be using much later in the game. Nothing to be concerned about right now, just pop it in and kind of forget about it for now. You don't need it. You don't need to worry about it, let me put it that way. You may want to use it later. We can't even use these gloves, they're not any good for us. All of this is not good for us.
Greetings.
Get rid of it.
Remember, we do this for freedom.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's that. After this, we're going to be heading into Act 6. Like I said before, too. Act 5, very quick. Very quick. So, good stuff there. Very, very good. Let's see. You know what this means? It means it's time to call it a day. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying what you're seeing so far. All of the links are in the description down below, as always, and I will see you next time.